How close did you come, if at all, to taking Eddie out there in the 6th?
I mean, one more guy got on, and we were going to go get him, but we still really liked the way to the ball. I mean, Eddie was superb today. Had everything going, had his great fastball, was locating well, really good curveball, really nice changeups. On the attack from the first inning on, and at that point, we still liked his stuff, but if he lost that last hitter, we were going to go get Kel.
Just the extra runs were why you put in Hoach for the 9th, or did something happen with Wade?
No, Wade's fine, but with a 5-run lead, in a 7-game series, you want to try to keep one of the best relievers in the game as fresh as you can keep them. So I felt like Hoach could get us through that inning. We have Wade for tomorrow.
On the far right aisle.
Ned, what was it like playing tonight with a lead? It just hasn't happened for so long with the team. Was that really nice to get those runs early?
Well, I mean, it hasn't happened in like a week, but, it was nice. It was nice against a team like that and the way that Eddie was throwing. But even though you have, a 2 or 3 run cushion, that club's, has the ability to put 2 or 3 runs up on the board in a heartbeat. So you're never comfortable. You feel good about the way Eddie's throwing and knowing that you've got Kelvin and Matson and Wade down there to, get you through the last 3 innings. But, yeah, it was nice to get a lead.
Jerry?
Hey, Ned, I think that was a 37-pitch 6th inning.
Yeah.
2 9-pitch at-bats. How challenging is it to try to go through that lineup a third time? It looked like he threw some great pitches that they kept fouling off. And how much did he have to dig deep to get through that inning?
He did. He had to, and it is very challenging getting through that lineup for the third time. And I think, he ended up walking who did he end up walking? Donaldson and Batista. Yeah, he's trying, he's not going to make a mistake there. He's not going to give in and just fire a ball down the middle because he knows the damage that they can do. And to their credit, they laid off him. But to come back and finally strike out Tulowitzki, that was a tough battle for him too. And at that point, you knew, he was done at that point. But
Doug?
that was a great inning, to cap off a great outing for him.
Ned, you got a lot of first pitch big hits, and that thing with Escobar again happened. He swung at the first pitch of the game.
Yeah,
seems like a random thing, but kind of incredible how that keeps happening.
Yeah, no, Esky. We like Esky in that one hole because he can make things happen. Got the big double, and we couldn't capitalize on it, but got a big base hit there to drive in the first run opposite way. Lorenzo Cain comes up and does the exact same thing. They're all kind of standing within themselves, trying to take advantage of the pitch that's given to them, and great pieces of hitting there to give us a 2-0 lead.
Allison?
Ned, what has Salvador Perez meant to your team just on both sides of the ball and just the toughness that he shows on an everyday basis?
He just takes a beating, But, I think everybody just feeds off his enthusiasm, feeds off his energy that he brings to the ballpark every day. You could see early on that Salvador and Esky, and they love to play baseball. They love playing this game. It's not a job to them, to the point where, it's hard for us to try to talk them out of going home and playing winter ball as soon as we're done here. They just love it. And it's infectious, their attitude and their enthusiasm and their passion for the game. And that's why I think all the players, can unite behind Salvador, knowing that he helps bring the energy every single day.
Alden, over here in the middle.
Yeah, Ned, you touched on it a little bit, but you put Alcides Escobar back in the leadoff spot late in the year. What is it about him being up there that just kind of works for you guys? How does it impact your?
I don't know. Statistically speaking, it doesn't make any sense. It just doesn't. But it works. It works. We find ways to win baseball games. We were 32 games over 500 with him in the leadoff, and I decided to, move him down, and we went 10-18. So, as soon as I put him back in, we started, the last 7 games he led off to end the season. We won all 7 of them in a time where we really needed to win them to accomplish our home field advantage goal. So, I don't know. It's just the chemistry of the lineup somehow that's kind of unexplainable to me, why it works and how it works, but it does.
Tracy?
On the lineup, you hadn't hit Gordon in Rios 8th and 9th except once all year. What about this postseason got you to put them down at that bottom part of the lineup.
No, we did that as soon as we put Esky back at the end of the year. The last 5 games of the year, we did that. It just, as soon I had Gordy up top, and then when I put Esky back in the one hole, there was no place I could really put him. I wasn't, I didn't want to stack 4 lefties in the middle of the lineup right there. So I wanted to have, some counterbalance in there with Salvador in the 7 hole. So it was just 8 and 9 were the 2 spots that left open. Then you sit and you look at it and you just think how deep of a lineup it really is. You've got Gordy hitting 8th, you got Rios hitting 9th, Salvi hitting 7th, and there's no holes in that lineup. There's no dead spots in that lineup.
Way on your right, Ned.
Ned, what was just the extent of the situation with Salvi there with his finger or hand?
He's fine. He got hit with a backswing by Josh Donaldson on his hand, and it hit him like kind of right on the knuckles. But he kind of worked it off a little bit and fine. It stings. It's a little bit of a bruise, but nothing that's going to slow him down.
Last question, Manolo.
Ned, Sal's power numbers have been increasing year after year, and now taking it into the postseason. What do you think goes into that besides the maturity?
Okay, say it again. I didn't understand.
Salvador, his power numbers have been increasing year after year, and that has taken him into the postseason now with the home runs.
Oh,
what
his
do you
numbers?
think? Yeah,
what
do you think has gone into
power
this?
numbers? Yeah, no, I just think a lot like we talked a little bit about that today. I just think that power kind of develops later for young players. You see Lorenzo Cain's numbers develop, power numbers develop. Salvador's power numbers are developing. They get up here and they learn how to hit, and then they learn how to hit with power. And I just think that that's just their, that's just their development as players. We said last year when everybody was talking about we don't hit home runs, I said, well, we have the ability to hit homers. Salvador's a strong guy. I think Salvi's going to hit 20, 25 homers one day, and Cain can hit homers, and Haas and Moose and Gordy, and this year it's exhibited itself much more.